Always a big one, whatever the first grade is of any quarter, right? Because you can start out on a good note, or you can dig yourself a deep hole that's you're going to have to work and work to get out of through the entire second quarter, and you don't want to do that. In addition to that, I don't know if I mentioned it in this class or not, but there is no midterm this year for this class, okay? Which is a huge relief for you guys, trust me, right? Because that midterm is usually a beast for kids, but no midterm this year for honors geometry. Not that that matters with this test, but just thought I'd announce that. Guys, there's going to be 3 proofs on this test. 3 proofs. A 6-pointer and 2 8-pointers. All right, a 6-pointer and 2 8-pointers. The most I'm going to be able to tell you out of fairness is 1 8-point proof is going to be an isosceles triangle one. I will either give you its isosceles, or I will ask you to prove its isosceles. One or the other is going to happen. Okay, one or the other. And the other one's going to be a tough proof, which means the ones we did for Monday in class. Prove a pair of triangles to get another pair of congruent. You're missing that third pair of angles or sides. Where does it come from? It's going to be a tougher one. And then the 6-point proof, which I'll just let you guys see when you get to it. Okay? All right, 5 methods of proving. There are some things I definitely want to review with you because they will be on there tomorrow and Friday. Excuse me. 5 methods of proving triangles congruent. You got side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and please don't forget about good old HL. Notice angle, angle, angle still never came up. Side, side, angle. We should not be writing those methods down at all. Those are the only 5 you have to work from. Anybody want to ask any questions about those 5 methods?
I have a question about the question.
Sure.
So is it like you'll give us a triangle and we'll tell you how to prove it congruent? Or are we just writing down the ways that we...
No, I will probably mark up, similar to your quiz, I will probably mark up a diagram and say what method would be used to prove these triangles congruent. And it will not be multiple choice either this time. You're just going to have to give me the method. Okay, what you think is the method. All right? And also, with the proofs, you know these methods are going to come up again in the proofs. You probably zoned out when Sophia asked her question, but I do want to go over it again. If, for instance, you have to use HL in a statements reasons proof, you must tell me the 2 triangles are right triangles before telling me they're congruent by HL. That's the only time you need to do that in any type of proof. Is an HL proof, you need to tell me they're right triangles because right triangles have right angles. All right? Is everyone good on the HL method, what you need? Also, just because you see, I want to make sure I go over it because I'm not going to feel good if I don't go over it. So again, here, just let me show you 2 triangles that would be by HL, not drawing the scale. They have to be right triangles only. If they're not, don't use HL. Don't use HL. Where's the hypotenuse always located? Across from the right angles. Always across from the right angle. So I just mark the hypotenuse is congruent, and then I have to mark a pair of legs congruent. That's an example of HL right there. Not side angle side, right? Because the angle's not in between. Last thing I have to say about HL. A right triangle does not automatically mean HL. Please keep that in mind. Just because you see a right triangle doesn't mean, it's got to be HL. No, it doesn't. It could be any of the other methods. Okay? Maybe not side, 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 but anything that involves an angle, it could be. Not just necessarily HL. You guys good there? Yep.
I just have a question on like the reflexive. Are you able to do like a triangle, like this triangle is congruent to itself?
No. Reflexive is only for segments and angles. Okay. You cannot have reflexive triangles, and you cannot add or subtract triangles together either. Anything else? Okay, let's move on. Next one I have vocabulary of an isosceles triangle. I'm not going to do this tomorrow. The congruent angles in an isosceles triangle are 50 degrees. I'm going to call it by its actual names tomorrow. The congruent sides of an isosceles triangle are 6 inches. I'm going to actually call it by their actual names. So let's go over the vocabulary. So I have a triangle up here. I'll just be original and call it ABC. Watch out for this tomorrow. My triangle's isosceles. Everyone, no one's going to disagree with me. Where are your congruent angles? Not the bottom ones. Don't assume because you see an isosceles triangle tomorrow or Friday on the test, oh geez, the bottom one's got to be equal. Baloney. Where do I look for the congruent angles? Thank you. In this case would be what angles? Angle A is congruent to angle B. You better watch yourself on that because I'm going to try to trick you and fall into that trap, and I'm going to get a couple people. It's not always the bottom. It's across from the congruent sides. All right. What are the names of the congruent sides? Ooh, we forgot that pretty quick, huh? You got 2 of them and you walk with them. Oh, look at that. That's good. I can't give you that hint on Friday, on tomorrow either. Those are your legs. What about the non-congruent side? I'm not calling it the non-congruent side on the test. I'm calling it the base. Let's keep going. How about the 2 congruent angles? Ooh. Well, here you go. What's the side in between the 2 congruent angles called? The base. So these are base angles. And how about the non-congruent side? Because that will not be called the non-congruent side. It'll be called the vertex angle. Yep. A non-congruent angle, vertex angle. All right, expect those vocabulary terms on a couple of the problems. Expect it. Everyone all right with the isosceles vocab? Moving on, exterior angle. This is something I put on your quiz, and I put it on here again. Boom, boom, boom. Exterior angle at 1. Here's angle 2. Here's angle 3, angle 4. What's true? Other than 1 and 3 add up to 180. Angle 1, the exterior, is equal to angle 2 plus angle 4. What are the names for 2 and 4, by the way? Ooh. Remote interior angles. 2 and 4 are called remote interior. Good, kids. Also, I don't know if anybody looked back at their test or quiz, but a lot of people did this on the quiz, and don't do it again tomorrow. This is why I put it on again. A lot of people, you set angle 1 equal to angle 2 plus 4, you solve for x. But I was looking for this angle right here, which I believe came out to be 152. But for some reason, everybody gave me 28 degrees, which was the angle next to it. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. Make sure you know what angle I need tomorrow. All right, because I needed the exterior on the quiz, but for some reason, people gave me its supplement. All right, it was just reading. All right. Exterior angle, we're good. And then the final thing on here, Cpctc. I don't need you to know what it stands for, okay? But when is it used? When do I use Cpctc? How do I use it? All right. When is the best time to use Cpctc? After what? Proving what's okay. You've proved triangles. What's Cpctc do for you then after you've proved the triangle's congruent? Any of the parts are equal now. Ready? Here you go, kids. This is not a proof. Let me say this again. This is not a proof. Everyone see my diagram back there? Ready? Go. Give me anything else you got now. Just go. It's not a proof. I'm not asking you to end somewhere. I want to go as far as we can right now with what you know about this diagram and watch how far you can go. Why?
Because she's on the word congruent.
Whoa. Where did we get there? Sophia's saying the triangles are congruent. Where did we get there? Because you are correct, but I want to build. Everyone good? BD equals BD. I can do that. Now keep going, guys. Keep going.
Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD because of side angle side.
Side angle side. Triangles are congruent. You're doing this all on your own. Keep building. The triangles are congruent.
Angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD.
Keep building. I'm looking for a top of the mountain, and you're not going to know when you hit it yet. You can keep going.
Triangle ABC is isosceles.
You don't know. How do I know that? You missed a step. You missed something.
BD is the bisector of angle.
Okay, BD is a bisector. Good. Yep, that's true. Keep going. What's
Angle A is congruent to angle C.
Angle A. How do I know that? Angle A is congruent to angle C. Cpctc, right? Now, what type of triangle is it?
Isosceles.
Triangle ABC is isosceles. See how far up the mountain you just went? And look at what I just gave you at the beginning. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's all I gave you. And you went boom, 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 isosceles at the end. That's where your train of thought's got to go for a couple of these multiple choice tomorrow. All right? Everybody good? I don't have to ask you to prove it. That's where your mindset goes. Reflexive. Triangles are congruent. Cpctc. Oh, it's isosceles. Boom. Awesome. Let's go. Any other questions? Anything else? I'm done basically with the format of the test. I'm done with talking about the format and what you can expect on there. Is there anything else you want to ask about? Maybe I'll tell you, maybe I won't out of fairness. Anybody at home want to say anything? Okay, next thing, where can I practice? Right? Where can I practice and get ready for this? Because I'm going to take this test seriously because it's the first grade of the second quarter. 3 different places you can practice. 3 different places. Can you guys go to page 45 in your packet, please? Page 45 in your packet. You can go to your textbook and practice. On page 45, you will see 2 different places in your textbook you can go with problems on page 45. All right, everyone see that? Now, stay on page 45 for me. This year, we decided to eliminate the last 2 sections of this unit. Yeah, actually, the unit was longer, 2 days longer, believe it or not. But we eliminated that for various reasons. So on your review right now, page 45, do you see where I have page 310 to 314? Please make sure, write yourself a note, do not do 39 and 40. Because those cover the sections we decided to eliminate. So on page 310 to 314, write yourself a note, don't do numbers 39 and 40. And then on page 315, where you guys have numbers 1 through 20, write yourself a note, don't do number 20. All right, I don't want you guys doing anything on the sections we eliminated. So there's one place you could practice in your textbook with all those questions. The answers to these are on the following pages of your packet. Good? All right, some of you want more, or maybe some of you don't like the textbook questions and you want something a little bit more difficult, because I'll be honest, the textbook questions are pretty easy. Right? You might be able to fly through those, and I don't want you to think that the test is that easy. So there's some other things I put up on Classroom for you. Let me show you real quick. 2 files I put on Classroom for you. Under Unit 4, you'll see more practice for the unit test. These are a little bit tougher questions, I think. A little bit tougher. Okay? You'll see all the questions. There's like 7, 8 pages of questions, I think. Maybe more. More! Holy jeez. Wow. Oh, there's a lot more. I underestimated my ability here. Proofs, algebra questions. Geez. There's 16 pages worth of questions. And then on page 17 starts the answers to those. I wrote in all the answers. Okay? So that's on Classroom for you if you want more. Oh, that's not enough? You got it. I also put tougher triangle proofs on there. All right? More than just side, 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 and side angle side. All right? These are pretty big dog. All right? I put a couple of those on there with the answers to them at the end. Okay? So that's what I got to offer for you. All right? Textbook, 2 documents on Classroom. That's what I got for you. All righty? Questions about what's available to you?
Do we have to do like all of it or like the textbook questions for homework if like
I am
we
not,
don't want to do those?
Radhika, I am not checking a thing. That is for your own benefit. You guys walk into class tomorrow, there will be a test on your desk. You sit down and go. I'm not going to check a thing. All right, that's for your own benefit. Or if you want to bring anything to the review today, later on today and ask me, that's for you too. Okay, your textbook open on your Chromebooks right now. I'm going to pick a couple questions that were a little tricky. We'll go over them. Whatever time's left over, you get to decide where you want to go. First question, page 310. Go to page 310 in your textbook, everyone. Page 310, and take a look at question number 5. Page 310 in your textbook, question number 5. It's a true-false question. Is the sentence true or false? If you guys think it's false, you better be able to replace the underlying word with another vocabulary term that makes it true. And there's no numbers today. No numbers. I don't want to get awkward with calling on somebody and they're not knowing what the heck's going on, and I start getting nervous for tomorrow and Friday. Is this true? The vertex angles of an isosceles triangle are congruent. We just went over all the names. Is that true? Do I call the congruent angles vertex angles? No, that's false. Replace vertex with the actual name. They're not vertex angles, they are base angles. Yes, base angles. I just want to go over that concept, drill that home one more time because, it's probably going to come up tomorrow if he's gone over it twice now. All right, I'm going to 27 next. 27. Yes, Sophia.
I know the textbook uses the phrase congruent transformations. Are you going to use
Rigid motions. I stick with rigid motions because that is what the regent sticks with.
All right,
Okay.
Same thing.
Yep. Look at 27, everybody. 27. Take a look at number 27. Are they congruent? If so, give me a method. Might want to watch what you say out loud.
I was thinking side, side, side.
No,
Because the angles, those are congruent, right? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people automatically, first glance, without even thinking, they go side, side, side. Because they see reflexive side, right? And they go side, side, side. But there's a problem here. If I call this triangle triangle 1 and this triangle 2, other than the reflexive side, are there any sides congruent in triangle 1 and 2? No. Everyone see that? I need one of these sides to be congruent to one of those sides, which I do not have. That's all I have right there is S by itself, poor S. So this is not possible. These two triangles are not, all you can really say is maybe they're isosceles, but that's about it. Okay, so that's not possible.
You put in the motions the same. They're isosceles, so these angles are. Oh wait, no.
Right, they'd still be in the same triangle though, right? They wouldn't be in two different ones, which is what I need. So everyone see why side, side, side? Maybe I caught you on that one. Right, not possible. All right, I'm going to go to page 315 now, everyone. Page 315. So go to page 315 and look at number 11 for me. I need your help getting to angle X with what is given. Page 315, number 11. How do I get to angle X? You guys can think about it. Crunch some numbers if you have to. You can assume that horizontal line at the bottom is straight. Okay, you can assume that. I'll let you know that. That's a straight line at the bottom. And I'm going to need somebody to help me. How do you get to that angle?
X equals 280. I'm sorry, 28.
280, huh?
28.
Wow, that's a new angle above 180. I'm hearing 28. Would you like to help me through step by step, Omni? Don't skip a step on me. How you got to X being 28? Start.
Okay, so basically on like the larger triangle that has like I guess 17. No, whatever. So you get what I'm trying to say. So the triangle where the vertex angle is 1.
Way to use vertex angle. I like your
116.
vocabulary. Yep.
I subtracted that from I subtracted that from 180 and then I divided it by 2. So
Why divide by 2?
because the other triangles have to be equal.
Right. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, these two angles have to be congruent because they're the base angles.
And then I added.
Oh, all right. What'd you get for the base angles?
I think it's
32
32.
and 32. Everyone with us? All right, I'm listening. Keep talking.
And then I added 72 to that to get the like exterior angle of one of the angles on the like taller triangle.
Yep.
And then since the
So what's this angle next to the 72?
76. I don't remember, but I like got it eventually.
So I think it's 76. All
And
right, so
then-
that's 76.
And then so you just add the 2 76s together.
Why the two 76s?
Because it's an
I'm
isosceles
being
triangle.
difficult, I know,
So
but
because it's an isosceles triangle, so the triangles have to be equal. And then I just added them together, and then I just subtracted that number from 180.
everyone good? How we got there? Got to know your isosceles triangle facts. And then one more, number 19. Number 19. In that diagram, what's angle 2 and how'd you get there? Number 19, how do you get to angle 2? Calculator's working overtime. I can hear him just going nuts. Those buttons.
Should we just call it out, or?
No? You want to explain?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. Or actually, I should probably give people at home an opportunity because you guys just did the last one. Anybody at home want an opportunity to explain how we got to angle 2? Before I let you. All right, Maeve, here we go. Don't screw it up.
So first, you know that 66 is angle 1.
Why?
Because it's an isosceles triangle because there's congruent angles across this congruent sides across from congruent angles.
Yep, so 66. I'm listening.
And then you do 66 plus 66, and then minus that by 180 to get with angle 3, which it would be 48, I'm pretty sure. And then you do 180 minus 48, you leave 132 to get 4. Then you do 24 plus 132, and then minus 180 minus that number, and you get angle 2.
Which is?
24.
24 as well, yep. I had 2 isosceles triangles in that diagram, huh? All right, thanks, Maeve. Everyone else all right? Okay, you guys got 10 minutes. We're not going to other classwork here. We're sticking right here in honors geometry. You got textbook questions to try. Remember what I warned you about? The textbook questions may be a little bit easier. All right, and I don't want you to think that exactly that's what's going to be what the test will be like. And you also have the 2 files up on Classroom you can try out too. So this is your time here for the next 10 minutes. If you have questions, call me over or unmute your mic. Let's go.